I made a video yesterday talking about movie budgets and how a $250 million budget doesn't make money. Well, The Mandalorian and Grogu's budget has been revealed and is Disney's cheapest Star Wars movie. I'm really happy about that. The next Star Wars movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, officially has the lowest budget for any Disney Star Wars film to date. Filmed in California, The Mandalorian and Grogu took advantage of ILM's latest innovations, notably the volume technology. This clearly made it much cheaper than other Star Wars movies. According to California Film Commission via Collider, The Mandalorian and Grogu had an overall production budget of just $166.4 million. It received tax credits of $21.75 million, which will have further helped. This is unusual for Disney, which has frequently struggled to keep costs under control when it comes to Star Wars. They really have struggled. Even the Disney Plus shows have been ridiculous. However, I just want to point out, the Mandalorian TV shows, I think they spend $15 million an episode on, right? So, they're doing, let's say a 3-hour film. They'd spend $45 million on 3 episodes. So, I actually think the budget being 166.4 isn't that bad, because that's 121.4 million to film a blockbuster movie, and it's releasing in the May slot. So it's I think this movie's gonna be great. I really love the fact that budget. I'm a big budget guy, massive on budget. Made a whole video on it. How if movie industries were to go, let's rack that budget down, get it back to the 150s, 100 millions, less than 100 millions for some movies, then movies will start making money and be profitable, and more films will come out. Because more studios will be like, we'll chuck 100 million at this project. Yeah. The news comes after a surprising discussion over the cost of Disney's live-action Star Wars TV shows. Yeah. Andor Season 1 and 2, Season 2 is about to release, had a combined $645 million budget, while The Acolyte ran over a budget to the tune of $231 million. So, do we think Disney lost a load of money on The Acolyte and is trying to use this film to get the money back? Possibly. If we look at Star Wars budgets, just for the Disney era, $245 million for 2015 The Force Awakens. Right? That's fair, because they knew it was going to be a smash hit, no matter whether it was good or bad. They knew they were going to break $1 billion, and they did. I think they did $2 billion in the end. 2016's Rogue One, $200 million. Yet again, they made $1 billion. They can afford to lose some money here. No, they made $2 billion. Sorry, they can lose. They can afford to lose a bit of money. And Rogue One's box office was incredible. I mean, Rogue One, I think, was, and I still think is, the best Star Wars movie Disney's done. I really do like The Force Awakens, but Rogue One, I think for me, was that, it was just a little bit better. And that made $1.58 billion. Then, of course, you had, 317 million for Last Jedi, then 275 million for Solo, A Star Wars Story, and then 275 million for your Rise of Skywalker. So I'm not really surprised. There's the tally. Of course, it does feature the other Star Wars films, but when I say do things cheaper, like 80s, a blockbuster for the 80s cost 90 million. Batman 89 cost, I think, $90 million to make. I'm not saying that that's going to happen now, but if you can make a Star Wars movie for this beautiful number down here, 166.4 million, right? And you can make that movie and make it be, a blockbuster, and it makes $1 billion, which this film is going to do, by the way. This film could actually break all the Star Wars box office records, because there's a lot of love for The Mandalorian and Grogu, right? There's a lot of people excited for this movie. The Mandalorian Season 1 had an overall budget of 120 million, or under 150 million, factoring in the inflation. That means the next Star Wars movie cost only a little more than a single season of The Mandalorian, which is a remarkable accomplishment for the director Jon Favreau. I think that's the thing. As long as they need to keep the movie like structured like the show. I basically want to sit in the cinema being like, I've just watched 3 episodes of The Mandalorian, just in one sitting. That's kind of what I want going in, right? This film, of course, releases on the 22nd of May, 2026. I think this will be pushed forward. I honestly do think this will be pushed forward. There's an untitled Mandalorian movie as well, may I point out, apparently. There's apparently another Mandalorian movie. It says here, I'm not even kidding, unless Screen Rant's just pulling my leg. Sequels, Dave Filoni's untitled Mandalorian movie. I think this will spawn a trilogy of films. And then if it does really well and Filoni takes over, he'll just continue with Mandalorian stuff. This movie's gonna break box office numbers. It's got to be $1 billion movie. Has to be. And if you haven't already checked out, I did a video on the channel. This is a little while ago, mind you. But I did a video on the channel. Let me see where I can find it. Talking about Star Wars and... Did it ever get posted? That's a good point, actually. Ah, there it is, yeah. It did get posted. This video right here is Avengers Doomsday getting delayed because of Star Wars. This video actually discusses the possibility of the fact that Disney have more faith in The Mandalorian doing better at the box office than they do Avengers Doomsday, but then they would if the budget's under 200 million by 3.6 million. You're going to go, yep, that movie's going to make us money. Has a solid brand. It has a solid identity. People know what they're going to get. Favreau knows what he's doing. Filoni knows what they're doing. They're basically going to come in and be like, yep, everyone's going to sit in the cinema going, what an amazing movie. Star Wars is back. We're going to walk out of that movie. Then we're going to get a TV show and we're going to go, oh, crap. But my point is, that is a very good, healthy budget for a movie that is probably going to make $2 billion at the box office. I am so happy after making my video talking about how budgets need to be lower that this has been announced. I know weird thing to get excited about, a low budgeted movie for a movie franchise like Star Wars. But honestly, we don't need all these big flashy extravagant scenes where, you know, we pay $250 million hoping to make $500 million at box office. Yes, I'm looking at you, Snow White. And I know that releases tomorrow, but without that being said, back to the Star Wars stuff. I'm very excited for The Mandalorian Grogu. Releases 22nd of May, 2026. I'll be the first one in the theaters to watch it. Are you guys going to go see this film? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like on the video, turn on them notifications, and hit the subscribe button. We are trying to hit 130... I want to say 135 by the end of this week. That's the overall goal. But at the moment, 130 subs by the end of today would be great. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. And as always, stay cinematic. See you later, guys.